Hello everybody, this is Ian Brodsky with Windy City Legal, where we focus on estate planning and real estate. In this episode, we're going to talk about 3 ways that you can keep real estate out of a probate court situation. So normally, if you own a piece of real estate outright, meaning in your own name, and you pass away, that real estate needs to go to the probate court for proceedings to transfer the property to your next of kin, whoever's going to inherit the property. There are 3 ways that you can avoid having to go through that, and a lot of people like to try and do so because a probate proceeding can be long, it can be expensive, it can be stressful, and a lot of people would just prefer to avoid that or set things up so that their children can avoid that. Here are a couple ways you can do it. Number 1, it can be transferred into a trust. A trust is an entity that will govern the contents that it holds, and it sets out certain rules, certain provisions, but it will essentially be an entity that lives on after you pass away. Because of that, it's the real estate that is held by the trust and all of its other assets are not going to be subject to a probate proceeding. The second way you can avoid it is through a transfer on death instrument that you fill out and have executed in the same manner that you would with a will, meaning you've got 2 witnesses and a notary attesting to what is being done in this document, and then it's recorded with the recorder of deeds for the county in which the real estate exists. So basically the transfer on death instrument will sit in the chain of title maintained by the recorder's office, and when the owner passes away, that piece of property is going to be transferred according to the instructions in that transfer on death instrument. The instrument is revocable. It can be changed. It could be the property could be sold. In which case the instrument is no longer of any effect. So it's not going to hamper your ability to enjoy the property or use the property in any way. It's just something that is going to avoid the need for a probate situation when the time arises. The third way to avoid a probate situation for real estate is to hold the property in a joint tenancy. This is it avoids probate for each of the joint tenants except for the last. The last person standing will then own the real estate outright, and if he or she does not make any provisions for the real estate, such as putting it into a trust or doing a transfer on death instrument, that real estate will, of course, become a probate asset for that last individual. But for the other joint tenants, it will not be. There is, of course, a possibility that real estate is owned by an LLC or business organization, and that's also a special case in the sense that the real estate itself will not then become subject to a probate proceeding, but the value of the membership interests of the LLC or shares, if it's some other kind of arrangement, would potentially be subject to a probate because they would have value that would exceed the thresholds of the jurisdiction, and therefore a probate proceeding would be required anyway. So with that kind of setup, you do have to be careful. When it comes to doing estate planning, it's best to reach out to somebody that can assist with the decision and the ramification of which way you're holding the property. We're certainly happy to help with Illinois estate planning here at Windy City Legal. So if this is a situation that you are thinking about and would like some guidance on, please feel free to reach out to us here at windycitylegal.com. You can sign up for a time to chat about that or other issues at windycitylegal.com/estate plan. So by all means, feel free to reach out to us if that's of interest. Finally, if this has been useful to you, or if you think there's somebody in your circle that would benefit from the video, please feel free to share it with them. Please, hit the like button, etc. And until next time, I appreciate you guys listening and taking the time to go through this. And also, I look forward to speaking with you again soon. Take care.